Protein.
I feel like this is a pretty common topic and everybody's kind of beat it to death, but I did want to say my piece on it. My plan for the last few years has basically stayed 270 grams of protein. That's when I was 190 pounds. That was when I was 240 pounds and everywhere in between. Now, what that does is when I'm cutting and I'm very lean, my protein is much higher. As my weight goes down, it's still 270, but that's way higher than when I'm a higher weight, and that keeps me satiated, helps me retain muscle while I'm losing weight, and it also helps build muscle sometimes as you're leaning down. As I get closer to 270 in weight, so I get to 230, 240, it's still plenty of protein to build muscle. I do have to say, as I get bigger though, I kind of want to increase maybe to like 300. I'm one of the people, I agree with the people who think the more protein, almost the better. I'm not gonna say you need 5 grams per pound, but I think 2.5 for guys who like us, guys with a lot of mass, that even at like 230 you're still, and you're lean, you're still pretty big. Those people are gonna need more protein. They have a more need for it out of their calorie makeup because you're made of more muscle than somebody else. If you're 230 and you're like 30% body fat, you're not gonna need as much protein as somebody who's 230 and basically all muscle. But I also think someone who's 230 and heavy and like in more higher body fat can benefit from a high protein because it keeps you satiated when you're trying to diet. And it helps you grow, it helps you perform. I know carbs are the main driver of your performance in the gym, but I really feel like protein does help with that as well because you need it for recovery. And if you're not getting enough protein, you're not going to recover as well, and then you're not going to be as strong in the gym. So I always say keep your protein much higher, 1.5 to 2 grams per body weight. It's worked out for me, it works out for most big guys. And I know that like back in the day when I would do the 1 gram per body weight, per pound of body weight, I didn't feel as good or recover as well as I do when my protein is higher. That's just how I feel.